Hello everyone, my name is Arya Ajay Kutzerkar and I am a legal intern at Lexis & Company and a student from 5th year BA LLB at GR Kari College of Law, Margao, Goa, under the Goa University. Today I am going to be talking on the topic of whether democracy is sleeping or whether it is active. And the purpose of making this video is to spread awareness about the EVMs and how the model code of conduct in democracy is conducted. So, the advertising campaign, which is being run on television and on the internet in recent times by a private company to promote elections, is one type of such democratic model. Though the company is trying to sell tea, it is also trying to ensure that all the people as possible participate in the elections. There's also a campaign called a Jagur campaign, as it is called in the references and suggested reading section. The campaign is extremely popular and the website directs people on how to register to vote for elections. So, why do you think that the campaign for encouraging people to vote in the elections is important? And what difference does it make whether only 1% of the population votes in elections or if no one at all votes? It is important to remember that the very basis of participative democracy is the participation of people in the government of the country. And the one way in which people can participate most effectively is by voting in elections. A lot of us complain constantly about the faults and drawbacks of our country, but many of us would not bother to even vote for elections. And yet, we are proud of the fact that India is a democracy. So, what exactly are elections and how are they conducted? We know that elections are a formal process through which people choose their rulers. In India, elections are held at multiple levels and at many different times. The general elections are held to elect representatives to the lower house of the parliament, the Lok Sabha. A separate set of elections is held to choose members for the legislative assembly in each state. Then there are elections for various local bodies such as municipal corporations and other governance bodies such as panchayats. Conducting these elections in a smooth, efficient, and above all free and fair manner is the job of the Election Commission of India. The Election Commission is a quasi-judicial body. This means that not only does the Commission conduct the elections, it also sets down the rules that the candidate and political parties must follow. It's called as a model code of conduct in elections and even has some of the powers of courts to hear and decide matters relating to the elections. The Election Commission is a constitutional body and is headed by the Chief Election Commissioner and two other election commissioners. In addition, each state and union territories also have its own election commission and works under the supervision of the Election Commission of India. The Model Code of Conduct, which we just heard about, sets out the rules that political parties and candidates must follow when participating in elections. This rule covers the entire conduct of candidates and political parties, such as what they can say in their campaign speeches, how much money they can spend in their election campaigns, and that the party of candidate in power cannot use official governmental machinery or public funds for campaigning purposes. The Model Code of Conduct for Voters Guideline and other important relating to elections on the Election Commission website. The address is www.eci.gov.in. Any citizen of India who are 18 years of age as on the 1st of January of the year for which the electoral roll is prepared are entitled to be registered as a voter in the constituency where he or she ordinarily resides. Only persons who are of sound mind and have been declared so by a competent court or disqualified due to corrupt practices or offences related to elections are not entitled to be registered in the electoral rolls. The rules relating to who can and cannot vote are set out in the Representation of Peoples Act 1950. The country is divided into 543 constituencies and a member is elected to the Lok Sabha from each constituency. The delimitation of constituencies and the allocation of seats is also governed by the Representation of Peoples Act 1950. At the time of the last general elections conducted in 2004, there were over 640 million registered voters in India. The Election Commission introduced a novel machine which helped ensure that the elections went off as smoothly as possible. This is the EVM or the electronic voting machine. With the introduction of the EVM, elections in India are now conducted in a high-tech manner as per with the most advanced techniques in the world. The Election Commission announces the date of elections, nominations, and other such matters. The model conduct comes in force on the date of announcement. Campaigning must stop on the day before the date of the voting. Name of eligible voters are included in the electoral roll, and only those citizens whose names appear in the electoral roll may vote. The Election Commission also introduces a system of electors photo identity card, popularly known as the voter's identity card recently. This has helped streamline the process of identifying registered voters and ensuring that all eligible voters can participate in the elections. Once the votes have been collected, the EVMs are sealed and sent off for counting. It is then the Election Commission's responsibility to count the votes, tabulate the results, and announce the successful candidate. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment on my video, and do like and subscribe my channel Lex Click, and make sure to press the bell icon to get notifications when we post a video. Also, please give a feedback on my video and previous videos which you can see on this YouTube channel. Also, if you have any questions related to this video or any previous videos, please post it in the comment section below. I will reply as soon as possible. Lastly, this video doesn't solicit any type of promotion or advertisement as per the guidelines of the Bar Council of India, and the sole purpose of making this video is for educational purposes only. Thank you.